Magic is happening. Once again. Hello, everybody. Look at these beautiful faces. Hi. This is so cool. It's been a bit due to reasons of means, chaos elements, capitalism, various other things.
So much
difficult to exist as well as to create beautiful stories. But we're here. We're mostly here. We're sorry that Nikki is not here. We're grateful that Johnny is here. It's going to be a great time, y'all. Welcome, Johnny.
Thanks. Yeah, it better be a great time or I'm leaving.
That's okay. We all need more pressure. That's what we need in our lives.
You know what, Steve? Pressure makes diamonds.
And diamonds make money. And podcasts famously don't. So let's start making some diamonds.
Let's make some diamonds, everybody, without the blood that is characteristically involved.
Well,
yeah. Let's make ethical diamonds here together.
Lab grown.
Dustfire Media. Lab grown diamonds.
I don't know. Where Jingmin is, there will be blood. So
maybe the diamonds can still be ethical with the blood?
Are there ethical blood diamonds? Is that what we're figuring out right now?
Yeah, that's
ethical blood diamonds.
Ethical blood diamonds, absolutely. If it only comes from one source of blood, then it's ethically sourced blood.
Exactly.
Ethically sourced blood diamonds.
We somehow round up all of the billionaires, force them to work a diamond mine for us. Does that become an ethical source of blood diamonds?
I think if you're forcing billionaires, then yeah.
Wow. Well,
billionaire blood sourced blood diamonds. We got to work on the marketing, but I think we can make it work.
Yeah, well, a banner. We're going to have a forthcoming banner.
Yeah, I think we just solved capitalism, though.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'm sure many people will thank us now for this. We found our way there. It took a bit, but this is the solution, everybody.
We will go down in history as the world's saviors or its destroyers. Remains to be seen.
That's right. Well, what are we doing here? What are we doing? I forget.
That was a great question.
I feel like I've forgotten nothing. I hope that's true. But I guess we're about to find out.
Play to find out.
With the GM, it becomes more apparent. We will play to find out whether I've forgotten key motifs, pieces of evidence, breadcrumbs, NPCs entirely, accents. We will see. I'm excited, everybody. Let us do a little recap, and then hopefully in not too long, figure out what it is that Johnny's doing here.
I didn't even consider that. I was like, yeah, Johnny's just here. Like, this has been established lore.
Here to hang out. That's what it is.
There's nothing more normal than me just being somewhere.
Yeah, I just thought that, like, Justin was like, well, there's 5 slots in the StreamYard. We have to have a 5th person here just so that, like, it's full.
Just the designated spectator.
Yeah. We play to find out he's here to hang out.
There it is.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I like it.
I do think it would be hilarious if for some reason we had that 5th slot, just like someone drops him, like for whatever reason, we just fill it with Justin, even though Justin's not playing and he just watches us, and people watch Justin watch us. It could be a value add.
Eventually, we get to the point where it's not even a 5th slot. It is everyone else's streams are hidden from the actual feed, and people are just there watching Justin watch you.
Yep.
I think that could work.
I think so. And I think before we jump in, actually, I just feel like saying thank you again. Thank you as always to the people who hang out with us, who watch this, who listen to this, and encourage us in comments and give us fanfic theory things that I can use for genuine GM inspiration. It's also wonderful. Thank you to those who support us on Patreon. You're amazing. Yeah, that really helps when I wake up in the middle of the night and I'm like, I'm going to GM. I'm going to turn my brain on and go into chaos mode. It helps to have your support. Thank you. Well, what happened last time on Relics of the New Republic? Nothing of import. Let's jump in. Just kidding. Gus needs the recap. I know I do. Last time on Relics of
my
the
blood sugar. Don't mind me.
Yeah.
I'm making my blood sugar go up.
Relics of the New Republic. Our blood sugar did go up. Jingmin, in some respects, lost? Won?
That was a draw, I feel like.
Was interrupted in the process of dueling her
yeah.
grandfather, Jing
It was an
Gong.
unfinished challenge. It was an unfinished duel. So I think it's still going, right?
Sure, in Jingmin's mind, perhaps it's still going.
It's always, yeah.
Yeah. Jingmin, in a series of exciting events, is, at least for the moment, reunited with this group of friends. Amuk Sur exerted himself to the extreme of bloodbending Jing Gong, Jingmin's grandfather, to try to give Jingmin every opportunity to step out of the duel, to get away from it. And Jingmin would not take that out, and instead tackled her grandfather in the middle of his being bloodbent. And as we know, as listeners and viewers, something terribly wrong happened inside of him as he was tackled. They rolled out of this circus tent, were separated, with Jing Gong conceding defeat, which Jingmin did not accept. And Jingmin instructed Perla and Donna to bring Jing Gong back to Kumadi and the Red Monsoon to complete her mission of extracting information as to his involvement in the Red Lotus and whatever is going on here at the circus. Lin and Fumi mostly gawked and watched this happen through a tent opening.
I think that was the right move, personally.
I mean, a lot safer than other possibilities.
And there's no property damage that way. You know, I can't get sued for destroying a tent.
That's right. Especially Lin's parents' tent.
Well, it's a different story. Maybe we should ruin it.
Maybe we should. Whatever Lin decides, I will roll with. I'm sure you have your reasons. But now Amuk has fainted and needs healing. And so we cut last time, I think just after that. And I would like to open tonight on a shabbier tent than the one that you all left. Lin, it was somewhat intuitive. With ease, really, you navigated the circus tent layout and brought Amuk on a slab of stone swiftly to the circus healer, which is a clown, I just decided.
Oh, this will be useful.
Ooh, what's a fun clown name for the Avatar world?
Patches. Pooches.
My first thought was aspic. You know, the Jello dish. I think that's a bad one.
Aspic? That's really good.
Aspic.
Yeah.
Wait, aspic is a Jello dish? I need to look this up.
It's from the
Yeah,
60s. You like put meats
so
and vegetables in
gross.
it, and then you cook it all
Oh,
inside.
I've heard of
Jello.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no,
Yeah.
I'm looking at pictures. Oh, it's terrible.
It's
That was
the
my
dark
drag
ages
name
of
for
the
a short
60s.
stint. Aspic the clown.
Aspic.
Okay, I can't decline. I can't say no. Well,
I'm
we
gonna head out.
begin. Yeah, Johnny's decided that this is not the pod to stay with. So
Johnny's
camera
like, oh, look at the
opens.
time, guys.
On this not so flashy tent, smaller, confined space, an inside stand. Lin, Fumi, Jingmin, I think you actually said last episode that you would agree to stay outside of the tent and wait.
Yeah, Lynn had suggested that Jingmin wait outside.
Oh yeah, because you're covered in blood.
Yeah, I
look
did.
bad.
Yeah.
And also
Yeah.
because, you don't want to stress out Amuk when he comes to.
Mm-hmm.
And so Aspic the clown, wearing a patchwork of ugly and faded clothes of many colors, is looking over Amuk's defeated figure and healing. Aspic, despite their appearance, is actually quite adept
Oh, thank
at
God.
this. Not at dressing, but at this, it seems.
That's fine.
And with a final emphatic pat and a smile to you, Lynn, Aspic nods and says, I think that's about it. Here you go.
Ah,
and reaches into their chest pocket and pulls out what looks like a rolled up cured piece of meat and just throws it onto Amuk's body and then walks out of the tent.
Oh, thanks, Aspic. Don't tell my parents I'm here. Okay, thank you.
No problem there. I don't say anything I see. Enjoy the healing.
Don't eat
just
the meat.
imagining Aspic on the way out. Just
Cured meats don't need to be cooked. Walks away.
He doesn't say anything he sees. So is he like, so outside of doctor-patient privileges, is he a mime?
Oh. We'll have this spin-off for Aspic soon, guys.
What a lovely touchstone for inspiring a character. Savory jello encasing meat. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Amuk, your eyes slowly open. What do you all do?
Good morning. I think I killed Gus.
there's no way it's morning already.
Oh, sorry, you woke up. That was a bad joke. That was probably a really bad time for a joke.
It's okay. What happened?
So you like bended him into place, and then he got tackled, and there was this, I don't know, it was weird. And then you passed out, and then I took you on a slab over here, and then Aspic the clown. Oh, did you see the meat, by the way?
Just looks down. Is this just a piece of skewered meat that's on?
Yeah, it's like his signature. I don't ask where he keeps it, but he does have it on him. And then Aspic got you better.
I mean,
Are
just takes a
you?
small nibble of the meat? Does
Oh, I wouldn't eat that.
I mean, it tastes as you'd expect cured meat to taste, Amuk. It seems all right. Mark 7 fatigue.
Just
Take it out of the scene immediately.
keeps chewing. Just it tastes fine, I guess.
Oh,
Please tell me Jingmin ran away. Otherwise, what was the point of me doing any of that?
do you want to come outside real quick? Are you feeling good enough to walk?
Yeah, I think I'm fine. Just stands up, just stretch. Takes another bite of clown meat.
Oh, don't. Hate that phrase.
Yep. Amuk, just to reflect the mechanics here a little bit, but to retain the consequences of bloodbending.
Yes.
I think I'd put you at full fatigue last time.
Yeah.
We'll leave your balance where it is. We had already shifted it.
Mhm.
I would like for you to clear one fatigue.
Only one fatigue.
Indeed.
Aspect's a miracle worker, baby.
Aspic brought you from, a pretty bad place to functionality.
Yeah. Only Aspect knows this, but your heart actually stopped beating, Amuk.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair.
Aspect is doing the work of dark spirits.
He's actually a spirit bender. He's not even a water bender. He's not a water bender.
Aspect has some sort of connection to the underworld. He just unfathomable horrors that we will never comprehend that he does.
The amount of fiction we can make with Aspic in it now, just based on this one clip.
Aspect is this
triangle.
world's
Just kidding,
version
that's a
of
joke.
like the devil or Anubis or whatever you want
Yes.
to call it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
by accepting his meat, you have been allowed to walk the earth just a little bit longer.
Please mark the condition servant of Aspic.
Guys, I have to say, hate the phrase by accepting the meat. Hate that phrase.
Leave the meat out.
You could think of a better phrase. We'll use it. But for now,
It's clown meat. For now, it's clown meat.
accepting his
clown
meat is what happens.
Except the clown meat.
Okay, I'm taking diligent notes here, guys.
Oh my goodness, we need to set this up for our next October Halloween episode or spooky episode. Aspic
Oh,
makes an
God.
appearance again in a dark alley and is like, "Did you accept the meat?"
Oh my God.
Oh goodness.
It's not even a question. You just see him. He's like, I know you ate it.
Oh well. We can speculate as to Aspect's full storyline, but for now, he is
The plot.
definitely out of the tent. Jingmin, you hear? I mean, you've seen Aspect leave with a hunky-dory pop in their step.
Oh.
Jingmin, as she sees this clown doctor leave the tent, she has just the look of utter concern and confusion on her face. And then I think she'll start to go in and open the tent to go in, but then remember what Lynn said and then just stop herself and just wait right outside.
I just can't resist. As Aspect walked by you, they said, "You all right there, you bloody raccoon? Hope so."
She'll just stare at him, jaw completely dropped, and the look on her face is kind of just she wants to be pissed and say something that'll get him to leave, but she's also just incredibly concerned, worried, still confused at, the sight of Aspect.
Yeah, that is a common reaction to
Yeah.
Aspect.
Yeah,
And it's been a day.
it has been a day.
Amuk, do you walk out of the tent? What do you do?
I'm just gonna look at Lynn and just be like, did we get what we needed to get while we were here? What do we need to do?
Not really. There's still the deal that's gonna happen tonight in one of these tents.
Okay, yeah, let's get all of that ready, I guess. And I'm just gonna start walking out of the tent and just set it up for me. What do I see immediately as soon as I exit the tent?
Amuk, you see none other than the blood-covered, raccoon face painted form of Jingmin standing there
And-
with her bow.
With almost no time to react, Jingmin just jumps up and gives you the biggest hug. And she goes, "Oh my god, I really thought you were dead." And with almost not seeming to care or remember that you probably are very hurt, just almost tackles you.
And Mook just no hesitation hugs her back, but subtly looks for some water to rinse off this bloody wreck.
That's fair.
I'm happy to see you two. We have a lot to talk about. But I'm gonna be honest, Jingmin, you smell so bad.
Oh. She'll sort of back off a little bit. Yeah, I don't know if I've showered since the last time I saw you.
Speaking of bad
Oh.
smells, we cut right there to a scene of sewers. Donna and Perla are carrying the now knocked out, seemingly limp form of Jingong through the dark waterways that run under Republic City. And we watch as they climb a ladder and pop out of a sewer grate, and it screeches on the pavement, and they pop up onto the street at the rear entrance to the Red Monsoon headquarters. Boss is making a big push, even with the new recruits. We're spread thin here, says Perla. A perfect time to be delivered to your doorstep, then, says Gong. In a flash, Perla collapses, clutching her chest. And Gong rolls off of her form to stand. And with a blur of swift strikes, Donna also collapses. They have been chi blocked. I'm sorry. I love, Jinkies, that you're holding a, what is that, like a lizard gun?
What's a gun? It's a Dungeons and Dragons. We're thematic.
Oh.
Interrupt the dramatic moment, everyone.
I love it. Feel free to use that if you need it. For any reason. Standing over their limp forms, Jingong brushes himself off. I suppose thanks are in order. The Red Monsoon has been on my list. A pity to see my granddaughter alongside our enemies. And he kicks Donna's limp form. No matter. Whoever has sunk their claws into her, I will take them out. And we see Jingong head into this Red Monsoon establishment, the back of the Woozy Crown. Nice job, Jingmin.
All right, right off the bat, I just want to say Jingmin takes no responsibility. She is 12 years old.
Yep.
Yeah, Perla and Donna are adults, and so they, so that's all I'm gonna say.
Jingmin really just said, I'm just a little girl.
I'm just a little girl.
Little girl.
Danny, thank you for being the voice that Jingmin needs. I hope that comes through in Jingmin's real response to this.
Yes.
I'm widowy, just a widow girl.
I'm wittily just a widow goal. I'm the defensive advocate for Jingmin. I won't defend everything she does. She's done and will do some terrible things, but I will try my best.
We cut back to Jingmin and Amuk and Lin and Fumi as they stand outside of this shabby tent.
So what are you guys doing here?
It's kind of a long story. But to make it really short, my parents are probably doing drugs in a sewer under the city, and we have to stop them.
Oh, so like we're like fighting a war against drugs in Republic City now? Are we,
Yeah, I
are
guess
we,
you could say that.
we're in the war against drugs?
Yeah. Oh, we might steal the drugs. It's kind of a whole
Oh,
thing.
so it's not like, okay, well, whatever you guys are doing, I'm in. I'm here to help.
Oh, that's good. Thank God. Okay.
What about the Red Monsoon?
Is that your Nikki?
Someone had to channel Nikki. It falls to me.
That's
Oh.
fair. Yeah.
I don't
I was
know if you guys
waiting
already figured this
for-
out, but for Nikki to show up. They're the good guys. I know
What?
that you probably aren't, gonna trust a single thing I say, but I mean I was there and I trust my instincts, and it feels like they don't really have anything to do with the whole Shadow Paw Red Lotus thing that's been going on. They're against it.
But
So
they're still a gang, right?
yeah. And they
Doesn't mean they're
tried
bad.
they tried to kill Cho and us.
Mm-hmm.
Multiple times.
Sometimes if you want to do something that's good for the city, you have to stoop to levels that might be looked down upon for people of weaker souls.
Whoa, my soul is very strong. Thank you. I
was
just don't think they should have tried to kill Cho. They tried to kill us, but Cho
Sorry,
didn't really do anything.
I wasn't specifically talking about your guys' souls. I think your guys' souls and your minds are very strong, but I was, just speaking.
Yeah. And Lynn's gonna like flick her finger and mess up Chingmin's raccoon face paint a little bit and just move the clay around.
Xingmin almost doesn't react, almost as if her face might be numb, maybe.
Checks
Oh
out.
my gosh.
Lynn
In
just
the
thinks she
same
got away
moment.
with that. Like Lynn just thinks it's really stealthy.
Johnny, as you overhear this conversation, I would like for you to roll. Let's see. I think this is a rely on your skills and training.
Yeah.
Oh, Johnny's character's gonna kill all of us.
Sorry, guys.
It's fine.
Player on player TPK coming in.
I have your character prepped. It's okay.
Yeah.
Okay, with focus, that is a 12.
What? Well, way to
Yeah.
start on a 12,
Yeah, great
Johnny.
first roll.
Welcome to playing with Johnny, guys.
I'm excited.
Rocks all day.
Yeah, so
Wow. What are you going for?
yeah, I was wondering what kinds of things does Lynn have in her pockets?
She has I actually have it written down somewhere, but my notes are all the way back there. You can kind of see it somewhere.
Super far away.
She's
Yeah.
got a picture of Perla. She's got $3. She has an apron on, if that is something that's easier to access, perhaps. That has a couple of paints in it, has a few pretty rocks in it. Like a half-eaten like cookie,
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how often Lynn puts her hands in her pockets or like checks her pockets, but the rocks, the money, and the cookie are gone.
That's fine. Not the picture?
You can keep the picture.
That's really sweet. Yeah, Lynn doesn't, no idea. She's really busy messing with the face paint.
Yeah.
Amazing. And so we, the watchers, the viewers, would just see a blur and a shadow retreat past the edge of the patchy tent. Some
Yeah.
smaller figure, just indiscernible because of how slick, how fast.
Yeah, I think you might catch a glimpse of eyes trained on Amuk's pockets next.
I think Jingmin would instantly start barreling towards that, almost on all fours.
Just full
Towards-
feral.
Towards the blurred shadow figure.
Towards the blurred shadow figure, yes.
I'll give you this, Jingmin. If anyone is going to notice this, it's someone with your senses. But in this moment, you find yourself a bit stunned, a bit occupied by Amuk being in front of you, the emotion of this moment. And this happens while Lynn is adjusting your face paint. And so for you, this is a barely imperceptible sense that something just happened. Directionally, you have no idea where
So
to
then
point your gaze.
So then in that case, Jingmin will just jolt back, maybe like even further, smudging her face paint as Lynn's
Oh.
fingers on it. I was like, what the heck was that?
What?
There was something amidst.
Okay, specific is terrific. Do you have any idea?
Well, Lynn, if I would have seen exactly what was amidst, I would specifically tell you what it was. That's
Oh.
all I got.
Wow, just like making us nervous. Okay.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
It's been a day.
Yeah. Are you okay? Should you have seen Aspic?
Who?
Never mind. We'll debrief later.
I think at this point, from a slightly different direction, you see this 7-year-old kid, like impossible to tell whether it's a boy or a girl, walk out eating a very familiar cookie.
Lynn knows that cookie.
he points at Amuk and goes, "Are you Amuk, sir?"
Who's asking?
My name is Sammy. Benny sent me.
A street urchin.
As Mook say that out loud, he points at her and goes, "A street urchin."
Wait. That's my cookie.
No, it's not.
Lynn puts her hands in her pockets and discovers no cookie. You are so lucky. I am against violence against children. I think it is wrong.
I told
You can keep the
something
cookie for
was
now.
Okay. Takes another bite. Anyway, are you Amuk?
Yeah. You said Benny sent you?
Yeah. We lived together and I got in trouble. They all kicked me out. And he said that you were helpful and nice.
Sammy, do you work for Benny or do you work with Benny?
Nobody works for Benny.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
He's literally a child, Amuk. Come on.
Wow.
I have some working
true.
theories.
I worked for the Rat Queen. But I didn't do good enough.
Gotcha. Did Benny send anything with you?
Yeah, he gave me a couple of things. So he gave me this, and I pull out like a little pouch of powder that I hand over to you.
Powder.
Takes it.
He said you need it to get Shadow Paw's attention.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Sammy.
Is that the drugs?
No, I think there's a lot of context I'm missing from this interaction, Jigman. I think we're gonna learn together.
Amuk just looks at the two of you. I think the three of us should probably get out of from the open and get set up where the deal's going to happen, so we can talk about what's in this bag.
I look at Jingmin. Did you need to buy drugs? I could probably find some for you.
No,
In response to that, Jingmin will walk right up to Benny and put a firm finger, not Benny, Sammy, and put a firm finger on their chest and go, I don't know what you were told, Buster, but you said that Amuk is nice. You can't count on that for the rest of us. All right, so tread lightly.
You feel like the ground shift beneath your feet and you just move like 3 inches away from Sammy.
Jigman, are you okay?
Oh no, I'm fine. I'm just welcoming.
You just floated backwards.
Oh yeah,
you
it's this
bender
thing I can. It's this thing I can do now.
That makes
It's-
a lot of sense.
I look at Amuk. Does Jingmin lie a lot?
It's kind of her thing. You'll get used to it if
Okay.
you stick around. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm an earthbender. Am I not supposed to do that in front of people? Am I
Oh no,
in trouble?
No,
good.
you're not in trouble. You're good. You're good. You
Okay.
can
She's
bend
an
it
earthbender
whenever
too.
you want.
Oh,
Pointing at Lynn.
yeah.
great.
Okay, let's get out of where everyone can see us and let's just duck over here real quick. In the meantime, as we start walking over, Amuk is just going to find as much water as he can and just dump it all over Jingman.
Well, Amuk, as you step into an even more discreet area, sort of at the edge of the circus, you find a place where a bunch of the animals are kept. And there is, there are barrels of water. There's a trough with open water. And you see Boom Boom, the flying bison, just slurping water out of a trough.
Use the trough water for sure. Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
After you bend some
Not
of that
even-
water out and at Jingmin, Boom Boom makes a disgruntled noise.
Where you'd expect for any normal 12-year-old girl to be like disgusted or gross out, Jingmin just instantly starts shaking her head frantically like a dog just out of water and will just start, using her hand to dry off her hair and be like, thanks, Amuk.
Just picturing crusts coming out of Jingman's hand.
Oh.
Yeah, no, literally. Yeah.
can I bend the crust away? Is it that crusty?
Lynn, the crust responds to your earthbending.
Ugh. Yeah, it's like picking bugs out of a monkey. You know how they do that sometimes? Like that's exactly what Lid is doing. It's like
Oh, that's really satisfying, actually.
the love here, the willingness to get one's
Wow.
metaphorical hands dirty. Anyway,
I'm never going to have to take a bath ever again.
no, that's not true. It's not how that works.
I don't think that's
You
the
benders.
right lesson to take away from this.
You benders have no idea how good you have it.
Well, we can talk about that another time. Does Jingmin know who Amon is?
Probably not. No, she was locked away in
Probably too
her.
young. Yeah.
Yeah, she was locked away in her homeschooled firebending home for so long.
We're gonna have a great history lesson in a few days.
Oh, yay!
well, what else to say? You're in a quieter place, Amuk. For now, it seems like, even though it's a little distant, the main tent is just still like the sounds of roaring applause magnificent displays of bending. You can still hear the crunch of earth and the roar of fire. But otherwise, nothing else is happening of note near you. The animals are left to themselves, just eating. What do you do?
I just will take the bag that I got from Sammy and look at Ling and Jingmin and just... Okay. I asked Benny to get me all the ingredients we needed to make what was on Zephyr's list. Turns out it's everything you need to get in contact with Shadowpaw.
Oh,
Zephyr wasn't lying when he said he knew how to contact Shadowpaw.
oh, that. Okay.
So, what do you do with them? Do you just put them all together and burn them?
That's a good question.
I'm not sure yet. I think it might be on the instructions that Benny probably left behind for us in this bag.
Okay.
Which I will check now.
See,
The
to be honest,
wide
did
eye
you-
from Steve.
Is that
Steve, did you-
right? The instructions that, okay.
Did you come up with a way for this to be used?
There's nothing in the bag except for powder.
Oh.
Oh, it's all the ingredients. I imagine Benny took the time to
I don't think it's
curate
all the
everything.
ingredients. I think it's just one of them.
Of course.
What else
So
is
what
on
are
that
we-
list?
Missing?
So this is Ursa's coral powder. I think you're missing at least a couple more things.
Oh.
Okay, we'll have to get together with Benny later.
Yeah,
There's a few
Amuk,
things.
you know that in your little bag of legumes, you still have that vial of dragon's breath. And now you have Ursa's coral powder, and that leaves 3 other ingredients from your initial list.
Good to know. I was trying to cheat. Dang.
If it wasn't such a hard move, I might have pivoted with you. I was like, man, what?
Here's
I was
a
like,
bag
guys-
of all the other ingredients. Powder
Yeah, here
for
we
your
go.
convenience.
Here's one bag. Here's another. They're all labeled.
Perfect
It
amount,
says
blended.
And if you can't find your own Hellfire, store-bought is perfectly fine.
exactly.
That's right.
If you don't have access to fresh vanilla, imitation will do.
So Amuk's just going to I think we should try to get a hold of Shadowpaw. I still think we should frame Shadowpaw for what we're going to do here tonight.
Oh God, because we're gonna steal it. Okay.
I still think that's our best bet, unless Fumi thinks of something else. And we kind
No.
of have something.
It's probably the only way.
We do have something they're not expecting. We do have a new little urchin here with us who could help.
It's an offensive
Sammy-
title, but I'll help any way I can.
Thank
I'm
you for
sorry,
bringing that up.
Sammy.
I was gonna say something about it.
What would you prefer?
Kid, friend,
Yeah.
person,
Sammy.
Sammy. That is my name.
But Amuk, you prove a
Sammy,
point.
how much experience do you have in stealing large packages?
Large packages, not much, but
Okay.
stealing lots. I love stealing.
Okay. 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 So, Amuk, I just have a feeling that Sammy is no more qualified than most of us to steal what is inevitably a large shipment of drugs.
Fair. Fair.
I mean, he stole Lynn. He stole from you, and you didn't even notice it. I did.
What? My cookie. Wait, what else did you take?
Nothing. This is my cookie. As he eats like the last bite of it.
That is simply not true.
For those who aren't watching, Will just pulled out the dragon gun.
I did actually misfire. So thank God I'm not legally
No.
allowed to own guns, because that would could have been a tragedy.
Oh, no.
A very effective
No.
PSA. Thank you.
Yes, yes.
No. You took more. My pockets feel empty.
Okay. And I bend all of the rocks out and like back over toward you.
You are the worst. And Lydia's like accepting them and like funneling them back into her apron. No, there was $3 in here.
I don't think there was. I just took the rocks and the cookie.
Oh,
Okay.
should I make you roll trick, Sammy? That sounds like a trick.
It's almost exactly what it sounds like.
Let me just check our basic moves, because it's really not often that our friends trick each other, is it?
Creativity roll.
Ooh, that's
Oh,
my
it's tricking
best-
NPC. It's when you
So,
trick
yeah,
an
that's,
NPC.
that's what I'm checking. It's just for tricking an NPC. Roll with creativity.
So it looks like you guys are just gonna have to kill each other.
No, it's not.
Lydia's against child murder, as we've
I mean, we
already
could always-
stated.
We could always modify it. It's up to you, Steve. But like, there's always like I could still do trick versus like a push your luck or an assess the situation or something like that from
Mm.
Lynn and do a contested roll.
Yeah. I think that could be really fun. Let's have you rely on your skills and training again, Sammy,
Okay.
because this is your area of skill and training.
This was
And,
another very, very
Gaslighting?
good roll. It's so good. It's so
okay.
good. It's 4.
That is a good roll, Johnny,
Yeah.
for the fiction.
Speaking of gaslighting, 4 is not good, Johnny.
Wait a second. 4 is not good. Well, on a miss, as we know, you do not do it. And so I think, Lynn, you feel certain you are right. There is money missing from your person. You don't know exactly how much. But this is clear to you.
Lynn is still like bending the rocks back into her apron, and she fully stops. So they're just floating there, and she says, "No, I know you took money from me, but I can tell that you are poor. So I will let you keep however little money you took, because we're both struggling here. Okay?" She should have put the rest of the rocks back in her apron. No, don't celebrate that. Don't celebrate that.
So Lynn, it looks like you've underestimated him.
Mm.
Sure.
Whether you want to admit it or not, he's really good at what he does.
Okay, sure. Fine. Whatever. Can we just figure out where... What are we calling it again?
Powder?
Oh, it was we were workshopping some names. It's on the tip of my
No.
tongue.
Something Kush.
Cabbage Kush. Cabbage Kush.
Cabbage Kush.
Cabbage Kush.
I love this group.
Can we just figure out where the Cabbage Kush is?
Yeah. Look, I think
What's Cabbage Kush?
Drugs.
Okay.
it's a powder that makes you. Wait, does Amuk know this? Hold on.
He should know that it
Ooh.
makes you suggestible
I-
because it happened to Fumi.
Yeah.
I think you saw Fumi on it
Mhm.
in the limousine. And then when she came down afterwards and explained the task she had been given
Mhm.
to kill Zephyr Skydancer, she brought you into the loop on that.
It's this powder that just makes you a little more susceptible to, what's the word I'm looking for here?
Suggestions?
Influence, I guess. Suggestions. So it seems to be something that the circus wants to get a hold of, and we just don't. There's a lot going on, but just trust us. We need to make sure this doesn't happen tonight. And if our faces are seen, defending this, it won't be that bad. But if our faces are seen taking the shipment, it will be bad.
Oh, so we need to hide our faces?
Yeah.
Okay. And he just puts on a fox mask that he carries.
Nice.
Oh,
Is yours made out of clay, or what is that made out of, Sammy?
Yep, clay.
oh. I'm gonna have some questions for you about that later. Where you got that from? Just
Wait, so does that mean that the Red Lotus has something to do with this? Because they were here and they were talking to someone from the circus. I wasn't really paying attention to them because it was my grandfather who was talking to them, but
Who were they talking to? Do you remember what a name? What they looked like?
they looked Jinkies. Did
Yeah.
they look kind of like Lynn?
yeah.
So Jingmin was like, actually, looking between like Lynn and everyone else, she kind of looked like you, Lynn. Probably
Okay.
completely unrelated, but that's it's-
Yep. Completely unrelated. Yep. That's weird.
But
So-
the Red Monsoon has my grandpa in custody now, so any questions they have, they'll be interrogating him.
I'm sorry. Who was talking to the person who looked like me?
My grandfather, he's a part of the Red Lotus.
Right. Okay. Okay. You can like see the gears clicking in Lynn's head.
That wasn't you, Lynn. You weren't there. It was someone who looked like you.
Yeah. No, I wasn't
Yeah,
there.
you came later when I was fighting
Yeah.
with Grandpa, and the person who looked like you left, and then
Yeah.
then you came in. That wasn't you though. Talking to them.
No.
Don't get confused.
No, I'm not confused. I don't think.
Okay, yeah.
So, I think that was my mom. If we're being conservative, our guesses.
Lucky.
Well,
Oh.
Amuk
Let's talk
just
about that later.
at Sammy's head.
The camera zooms on Sammy. Johnny, what does Sammy look like?
Right now he's wearing a
Oh, yeah?
fox mask.
We zoom on a fox mask. Do we see a tear or anything, Johnny, or is it just matter of fact? I'm just curious.
It's just matter of fact.
Cool. And I just want a little more description, though, so that we can picture Sammy as we move forward.
Yeah, I mean, Sammy is dirty, grubby clothes, despite giving him a little bit of guff for saying it. Amuk is right in describing Sammy as an urchin. But I mentioned initially, like he's got like really scruffy hair, and often like people will assume that he's like he'll be mistaken for a little girl all the time. Never corrects people because it works in his favor for people not to know much about him, and so he doesn't, do anything about anything like that. But he is a little boy. But yeah, his skin is probably not quite as dark as it looks like it is because of how dirty he is all the time. But he's got, your classic Earth Nation features. Just looks like, he'd be easy to mistake for any little kid in the Earth Nation if that's where he was.
Super helpful. And so we zoom back out of this fox mask and onto the group who have jaws agape in reaction to this comment about Lynn's mother.
I am sorry, but that feels like the wrong words.
All right, so my grandpa was talking to your mom, and Jingmin says that she just turns away from Sammy. I'm
just looking directly at Jigman for the first time since we've
really trying to just avoid eye contact with Sammy.
Easy enough to do, given that you are actually taller than Sammy, Jingmin.
Wow, that's insane.
How tall
Or like
is
the first
Sammy?
time.
Yeah, that's another thing about kids or urchins, typically not well fed, a lot of malnutrition. And so he's shorter than your average 7 or 8 year old would be,
Wow.
probably too. And so he's pretty small.
But he can get into like tight spaces, like holes or like crevasses if you needed
Well, that's
to.
going to be Jingmin's favorite then.
Especially helpful that he is also an earthbender. And a lot of those holes and crevasses tend to be made of a element that he can move at will.
Heck yeah.
Earth. I love it.
Man, Jingmin's just like, it's a small world.
Yeah. So I guess it is my parents doing drugs. Which
Your
really
parents are on drugs.
Yeah, well, we're not
It's
doing
like-
them.
I'm pretty sure they're just using them to just points at everything.
Well, yeah, but that's whatever. That's just business. But I mean, right? So Zephyr said that if the deal doesn't go through, he's gonna not Zephyr. Wishikara said that he was gonna hurt my parents if the deal didn't go through tonight. Which complicates things. It's going to them.
Should we let the deal go through and just take it after?
Wait,
Yeah, we know where it's gonna be, roughly.
so
You know
you,
where they
you
would
care?
for it? Go ahead, Jingmin.
Sorry, I was gonna say you care. Like if your parents get hurt, like you like them.
That's a really complicated question that I think we should save for.
I mean, if we could figure it out now, and if you're okay with your parents getting hurt, then that would really simplify things, you know?
Okay, so genuine question. In this hypothetical in which I'm okay with my parents being otherwise maimed or tortured or beaten, and that's just the fact of it all, how do we interrupt the drug deal to the point where that happens?
Do you want to steal the drugs or do you want to stop the deal from happening mid-deal? Because if we want to steal the drugs, we shouldn't do it while the deal is happening.
Yeah. I think we should just do it after, and then no one gets hurt except for maybe I don't know who.
I mean, how do you know that? Well, Shikiru isn't
Well,
still
we-
gonna blame your parents after we take them.
We are supposed to be doing security for them. That's the thing.
So what if we get hurt?
That's so what's different? And then looks at Jigman.
Well, I'm gonna be honest. I care more if I get hurt, more so than if your parents get hurt. I don't know them.
Yeah, okay. Can we just let the deal happen tonight and deal with the drugs afterwards and figure out what to do when we have a minute? I mean, listen, what's the worst that they can do if they have access to a drug that makes everyone say yes to everything they say? What's the worst that happens? People buy some popcorn?
Jingmin, as Lynn raises that question, you remember the strange thing that you saw when you exited the tent. Not this tent, but the Ringmaster's tent. You remember seeing President Moon being walked
Whoa.
away in
Yeah.
handcuffs.
Whoa, yeah. No.
From one of the more mundane tents, one of the 3 that this group actually has on their potential list for points of access to the underground tunnel system for the deal. So you remember this and you see it flash before your eyes. And Amuk, at the same time, I think you've been coming to after being healed, and you remember seeing the face of Han, your acquaintance from back in the Equalist days.
I almost
Light is
want it.
fading fast. There are 2 tents of the 3 remaining. Sorry, there are 2 remaining tents of the 3 that you could investigate. One is the main event tent, where the performance is unfolding, and the other is this quieter one that was off to the side, the storage tent.
Amuk is just going to almost like when you have that like fear response in the back of your neck, just kind of like remember the fact that Han is here and look at Lin, Jingmin, and Sammy. We need to figure this out. But if I tell you that we need to run at any point, I need you to just run and not ask any questions. Can all 3 of you promise me that?
Okay.
Yeah.
Jingmin.
Xingmin pauses for a moment and just with like a stern look on her face just gives a silent nod.
I'm hoping nothing comes of it, but I saw someone that I should not have been able to see.
Like a ghost?
And, I wish it was a ghost, but I can't really get into it right now. We need to figure this out. Let's go make a drug deal happen.
Where is it happening?
Tent?
Which there's so many tents here, Lynn.
Oh, let's go to the storage tent.
Fumi, which tent was it again?
I think it was the storage tent.
Oh, the number of times that we are going to bait this voice out of Steve before Steve finds a way for Fumi to escape.
Oh my god.
I'm just waiting for the hype for the frigid jerk to happen. That's what I want.
Yes. It's a lot of pressure, Steve.
I know. Maybe only the true Fumi can say frigid jerk. We'll see. We'll see.
That's right.
We'll
Stolen
see.
valor.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Oh, it's so good.
Alright,
Just,
so to the storage tent.
Lynn, do you want to lead the way? I think you have the most familiarity with these grounds.
Yeah. Okay. And Lynn's gonna start walking towards the storage tent. And she's like looking around, like, if I see mom or dad, I have to run.
Speaking of that, is Lynn not wearing any kind of mask or anything? Or are they
No.
just okay? Jingmin will point that out. Jingmin will tug on Lynn's like apron that they're wearing and say, "Hey, considering that your parents are here and you still haven't figured out if you hate them or not, don't you think it'd be smart if you covered up your face? That is."
I'll take my mask off. You can wear mine.
Oh, are you sure?
I'm good at hiding. I don't really need it.
Does it fit when Lynn puts it up to her face? Okay.
You can
But
also
yeah,
probably
you can-
actually a little too
You
big
can also
for
make
Sammy.
it fit.
we get to make it big.
Let's come back after a brief ad break. I think this is a great juncture as you transition towards the tent. I think this is a radio ad. It's a soft crackle.
Do we have ads to read that have been provided?
Oh, we do not. Not that I'm aware of. And so I'll just improv this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Aspects Healing Services. It'll make you feel a little bit better, at least. I saved up all my money to do this ad on the radio, and I hope that you come to our circus. And if you get ill, I'll be there. Cured meats
Is
are
the ass
very safe to eat, and you don't need to cook them. I think that was all I planned to say.
I
Take care
have one.
now.
Oh, Jesus. I have one, but I have to confirm with Justin. This is getting cut out of the RSS feed. It will not be heard anywhere outside of Twitch before I say it.
no.
Because
I
listen,
am
if it's a little
terrified.
it could be a little
I'm
explicit.
terrified, Jinkies.
It could be as in it's improv, so you don't know where it's going to go, or
No. I know what I'm saying. I
Justin
know
is
what I'm
scared,
saying.
but he has neither confirmed nor denied.
Okay, and I was just Justin, you could be scared. That's your prerogative. Ask the clown, the meat that can't be beat, and the healing that saved the street.
That's not that bad.
Wasn't that bad?
That's not that bad.
Thank you. Thank you.
It was very good. It was very good.
very
That's
tasteful.
really good.
I thought.
That's very tasteful.
I love it.
Yeah.
And we're back.
Perfect double entendre.
That's right. This group is known for subtlety, you know? That's what
Oh,
they
yeah.
do best. Well, we're back, and the camera pans across the group as Lynn leads them confidently through the circus grounds and near the storage tent.
Am I understanding correctly that we're heading like directly to the drug deal?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, like to where the drug deal's happening, right? It's not.
To a point of access. The group, the group, is looking for an access point to underground tunnels.
Okay. Cool. Once we get to a point where like there's the potential of anyone else being around, I want to do whatever you need me to do for Sammy to disappear.
Ah,
Mm.
okay. So whenever there be any point of being seen or confronted near this tent by unknown people, you want to disappear.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
I have a couple
Thank
different
you
ways
for
I
that.
can do that depending on what the situation looks like. But
Please cast
Okay.
a 4th level invisibility.
greater invisibility so that I don't need to worry about concentration and losing it. if I
Exactly.
attack.
Yeah. Exactly. If they hostile actions, then it won't. Yeah.
Smoke bomb. Smoke bomb. That's all you need.
Okay. There you go. There you go.
Oh, I love me a good smoke bomb escape.
I'm a 4th
You just
level warlock.
go
I've got
in my
devil
head.
sight, and I'm just gonna cast darkness, so nobody can see, but I can see through magical darkness, so it's all right.
Okay, great. Lynn trips.
Yeah. Jingmin's actually a fetchling, so she can see and
I have
Magical
dark
arts.
vision, so I think I'm fine.
Wrong game system, and we pivot back
shoot.
to the game to the game of Avatar Legends, which we are indeed playing. Yeah, you currently you have cover. You've come up on a bunch of storage crates near the tent, away from the beaten path, and as you all sort of contemplate the best point of entry to this tent, you see Tenzin. He comes out of the tent. Jingmin,
Tents. Wait, you're saying Tenzin's in the tents in?
Tenzin's in the tent.
Tenzin was in the tent, but now
Tenzin's in tent?
Tenzin is Tens out of the tent.
Tenzin's the tent.
Tens out
That's
the
right.
tent.
Oh no.
Oh,
Jingmin,
no.
You would notice
Sammy-
immediately, by contrast to President Moon, that he is not handcuffed. His expression is extremely vacant.
Real quick, Steve, I was trying to find a moment to say it, but like as
Yeah.
we started walking towards the storage tent, Jingmin wanted to start tying together some more bolas arrows.
Okay.
I don't know if you want me to do anything for that or if she can just do that now.
No. Yeah, you're quite
Okay.
familiar with doing that.
Heck yeah, she's making some bolas arrows because she wants to start bringing people's faces to the floor.
So the flap lifts open. Tenzin walks out with this vacant expression, and he heads towards the main event tent.
That's Tenzin. Fumi.
Yeah.
Fumi, Tenzin.
Right.
Should we get him?
Our Aang?
What do you mean? Get him.
Wait, I'm still Sammy, what?
He looks just like the statues, but I thought he was dead.
So he is that Sammy.
Oh.
That's Aang's son.
Oh. Okay.
What's he doing here?
I don't know.
I was asking you.
Maybe he's enjoying the circus? Lynn's in full denial mode.
He did
Lynn's
not
in
look like
full,
he was enjoying it.
Yeah,
Oh, is that part of it?
maybe. They could change the show.
All right.
Okay.
Fumi knows the best out of all of us, but I've known Tenzin for a little bit. But I just really feel like he's not the type to come and casually enjoy a circus, Fumi or Lynn.
Well,
You're
that's
right.
quite demeaning to the art that circuses put on. But okay, maybe something's wrong.
Do we want to maybe catch him?
Wait. What if
Don't we have
What if
this
it's an
other
act-
thing to do? You guys seem very distractible.
that's exactly what they
Yeah.
want? What if it's a diversion?
So you're right. So we should go into the tent.
The storage tent, not that tent. Let's just
Yes.
ignore Tenzin and let him die.
Okay. Oh well.
Kill him?
Was that on the
no,
table?
No.
Well, I mean, who knows what's gonna happen to him? Am I right? Have you guys not considered all the possibilities?
Trust me, my brain's working at 1,000,000 miles an hour right now. We're working
I'm
through
fine
it.
with leaving him and ignoring him, but just know that this could be the last time we see him.
Oh
Speaking
no.
of the last time we see him, wasn't
This is
he a
the
little
first time I
weird?
saw him.
That's sorry, Sammy. I guess I was referring to like the royal we without realizing what it implicated for you. Wasn't he weird when we saw him? We, but minus Sammy.
Last time I saw him, I think was at the hospital. No, it was at the police station.
Yeah, and he was very happy.
Yeah, nope. I think he was fine there. Wait, I might need a recap.
You all vividly remember Tenzin giving a scolding for your involvement in something very close to the dangerous Red Lotus group. But before the scolding intensified, he was seized with a vacant expression and said numbly, "Everyone's doing the best they can." And then he walked away, ignoring your pleas to
Yeah.
help you out of the jail cell. But during this time, Jingmin was going through vents.
Yeah, so Jingmin wasn't
taking an
there.
alternate approach.
Oh, sorry. He wasn't happy. He was mad. Then he got weird.
So is this the tent with the drugs in it?
Yeah, let's go to the tent.
Sam is the only one who's staying on task here.
This is us recapping the plot actively.
Sometimes you got to do it in your episodes, you know.
it helps. It helps.
In honor of the last time she'll see Tenzin, Jingmin will grab this like dead leaf and crumple it in the air and draw an earthbending symbol in the dirt on the ground and say, "I'll miss you, Tenzin." And she'll walk and follow the group.
Is he an earthbender? Are you an earthbender?
I don't think any of that made any sense.
Maybe I misheard something
An
wildly.
airbender. An airbender. I wrote the airbender symbol
I think you said
on the ground.
earthbender.
He did.
No, I did. I said earthbender. You know?
I'm not going crazy. This is the third time this episode I have been gaslighted.
No, I'm sorry. Airbender, the airbending symbol, the air nomad symbol on the ground.
Oh my god.
What is happening?
Amuk's just going into the tent.
So Lynn.
Sammy, do you hold back cautiously or trail, but try to trail
as
secretly?
I'm gonna do something as soon as they are kind of a little bit ahead of me.
Okay.
And I will kind of a hole will open up in the ground and I'll drop in under and I'll follow them because we've discussed and now I'll reveal it to the audience, not necessarily to the other characters, that Sammy has seismic sense. And so I'm going to use that to follow them underground.
Wow.
So
I love
fun.
that Sammy is a way better earthbender than Lynn.
At least in this respect, this is a talent. That's cool. Yeah, I think this is a rely on your skills and training. I'm almost inclined not even to have you roll for it, but I think given what we're stepping into, possibly.
Yeah. Let me just pull up. What do I roll that with?
That is with focus.
With focus? Okay. A 10.
Okay. Well. Yeah, and I think this fits the description well. When you perform a familiar custom. Seems like one of your familiar customs, Sammy.
Mm-hmm.
On a hit, you do it. No other consequence needed here. So, Sammy, you smoothly dip below the surface, and the ground, I assume, closes above your head as you dip into this hole. And so you just have this pocket under the earth.
Yeah.
And I assume you try to be seamless so that there's really no discernible thing happening on the surface of the ground. Is that right?
That's the goal.
All right. Well, you succeed in that. You're used to this. You go just the right depth, and you trail under their feet. Does anyone else do anything particular? We know that Bolas are prepared for Jingmin. You just go in. Amuk. Oh yeah.
Can Jingmin take kind of a similar approach as he did with the tent that she followed her grandfather into?
What was that?
Like climb on top and in through the roof of the tent?
If the question is asked, the question is answered. Of course you can. Tell us what you do. Do you climb?
Yeah, I mean, she's like more or less walking next to the group, and she slowly starts to trail off away from the door, like the entranceway. And then just at the same pace she's walking, she just jumps up and starts climbing up the tent.
Amuk, Lynn, you see this peripherally. Wordlessly, Jingmin starts to diverge from your path and climb. Sammy, you also feel a set of footsteps departing from the main trajectory of the other two. And then those steps disappear as Jingmin ascends the tent.
Yeah. Once I guess Lynn and Amuk get like truly inside and connect with whoever they're supposed to be connecting with in here, I want that to trigger something else that I want to try doing.
Sorry, Johnny, hit me with that again.
Yeah, so once they are inside and can like talking to whatever without whoever they're meeting here, to have this drug deal go down, I want that to be the trigger for me to try something else.
Okay. I mean, Amuk, as soon as you open the flap of the tent, you see that this area is not full of people. It's full of crates.
Mhm.
Some of them opened, most of them closed. It's quiet. But there's somebody sitting on a bed of hay, smoking a little pipe and facing away from you all. Before them, there's 2 chairs and ropes loosely hanging at the bottom of them. And there's an open crate. Do you approach?
Yeah.
Do you do anything in particular?
Amuk will just walk up to the open crate and the person that's there.
Okay. So you're just going to walk into their field of vision.
Yeah, because we're supposed to be here, right? Like, they know we're here to off. Wait, am I remembering this correctly? Hold on. Lore check.
So lore check. It's okay. It's
Lore
been
check.
a while.
I know.
So you're
'cause-
looking for an access point to underground tunnels
Mhm.
where the deal is supposed to happen. And you know that this point is approximately on the map that was given to you by Woshi Ikeru.
Mhm.
So whoever's in this tent could be working for the circus. Who knows? Who knows whether you want to be seen by them? Who knows whether they're directly involved in the deal? But you do know that you just saw Tenzin come out of this tent, and Jingmin knows that she saw President Moon come out of this tent.
She hasn't made that known yet, huh?
Nope. So, all that to say, you've got incomplete information about who you expect to be here. But based on Woshi's description, you're there as backup muscle if the deal goes sideways. So, presumably, Woshi Ikeru's people will know that someone else will be there on their side.
Mhm.
That is the extent to
Okay.
which you can be expected by anybody.
Okay. Yeah, Amuk's just gonna walk up to the guy enjoying his pipe and just approach and say, not even say anything, just give him the old nod. Specifically nod down, not up, because they're 2 very different connotations.
That's true. Can't confirm.
So,
If you nod sideways, like
Oh no,
So
that was
is there
all
a
different.
third yet different again
want
connotation.
to go over there? So you nod
sits next to him
down.
and goes,
Jingmin, you're ascending the tent. Lin, Fumi are with Amuk. Lin, do you do anything in particular, or do you just walk forward? I just want to check.
Lynn's has her hands in her apron, fiddling with rocks.
Okay. So pretty casual.
Yeah.
You hear the voice of the person smoking the pipe, and he just says, y'all are in the wrong tent. You get lost? Big tent's that way. Follow the noise. And then he sits up off of the haystack and shuffles over towards the crate and hastily covers it over with its cover. And Sammy, you hear this unfamiliar voice and the shuffle of a third pair of footsteps above you. If you would like to take action in some way.
Yeah, at that point, I want to, because I'm assuming throughout my short life as an urchin, doing the things I've been doing, I'm familiar with various drugs that are on the streets and different things. And so I want to send a small, hopefully imperceptible tremor up that will make whatever's in the tent a little bit clearer through the seismic sense to see if I can sense the drugs in maybe one of these crates or anything like that.
Oh, interesting. Wow.
So essentially, it's the earthbending form of like shaking a Christmas present. This
Yes.
what's inside.
Yeah, except a little closer to it's something like Toph does something like this in
Yeah,
Yeah.
Last Airbender.
Yeah, to say, oh,
Sonar,
it seems like this
sonar.
other thing is over there. Or, yeah. Wow. How difficult do you think this is for Sammy?
I don't think this is something he's done often.
Okay.
I think it's something that he would feel like he could do.
Okay. I'm leaning push your luck.
Sure.
Let's see it.
All right, passion.
How
I get a
passionate.
+1
is
to passion.
Ooh.
That's an 11.
Look at you, Sammy. All right. On a hit, you do it. It will cost you to scrape by, as always, with push your luck. Oh, wait, sorry. It's not just a scrape by. It's the 10 plus because it's an 11. So your boldness pays off. There is still a cost, but lucky opportunity is what I have to come up with. Wow. Sammy, I think even you surprise yourself with the clarity that sets in upon you as you send this subtle tremor upward. In the crates, you sense a very fine powder. It only seems as familiar as other powders would be. That's the substance of it. You can also get a sense of the scale. There is a significant amount already in this tent. I'm going to say 20 crates, something like that. You just feel the enormity of this stuff above you.
Yeah. Does it feel like the powder is like loose in the crates, or does it feel like it's in bricks?
Loose in the crates, like as in otherwise, like you open a crate and it's just complete, like just a sand pile type of a deal. Bricks.
Okay.
So it's cut into kilos. Got it.
We're
You
playing
know, it's
Avatar
easier for
Legends
distribution
now,
and
folks.
resale. You can't just trust a perfectly sealed wooden crate, you know? It's
Exactly.
too precious for that.
Do you think this is more of a question for the other players, but do you think Sammy would have had an idea of how much you guys wanted to steal from the conversation earlier?
I don't think he would.
I don't think the group even knows
Yeah.
The
what
group
they're
is
willing,
all
how much they're
alike.
willing to try to steal.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
we're a little divided.
Jingmin
I'm-
honestly has no idea what's going on. She just got here.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I want to move then to like an area kind of far away from this unfamiliar person, as far away as I can get, and just like open a hole underneath one of the crates and drop it down underground with me.
I love that suggestion because that gives me your lucky opportunity. I do have to give you a cost to scrape by as well. So first, let's do the lucky opportunity, which is that move is seamless, Sammy.
Okay.
You're able to get right under the right crate. You can feel that this crate does not have other crates stacked on top of it. It's less obvious as you pull it down. It's surrounded enough to be, more obscure in the room. And so you make your move perfectly and drop a crate before you in this little underground tunnel of Samminess. The cost is that the tremor that you sent seems to register on the face of the man with the pipe. He quickly, hastily covers this box and then looks down at the ground and then looks over at Amuk and Lin and Fumi, and he raises his fists, which are immediately surrounded with fire.
Oh.
Jingmin,
Reacts.
you've heard the voice below you. Feel free to let me know if you want to do anything with that. You've just heard him say, you guys shouldn't be in here.
Well, yeah, Jingmin will peek down through the the
Hole at the top of the tent?
The pole, holding it up, with
Yep.
an arrow drawn, and sort of like with like her
Ooh.
feet kind of supported from the top of the tent, just sort of hang down and see what she can see.
Yeah. You see your friends and only one potential enemy who now has his fists raised with fire around them. Amuk, Lin, do you say anything?
whoa,
Do you do anything?
Yeah. Just instantly like, hey, the extra muscle that got brought in. We're testing you, and clearly you're already not doing well.
Roll trick for me, Amuk.
They don't know this, but Jingmian has a pair of bolas arrows fully drawn, pointed right at that firebender.
Yeah.
What is remind me one more time,
Creativity.
Creativity.
Yeah.
That's great. That's a 0, but we got a double 6-12, baby.
Ooh.
Hey. On a hit, they fall for it and do what you want for the moment. Pick one for us, Gus.
On a 10 plus.
Pick 2 for us on a 10 plus. They stumble, take +1 forward acting against them. They act foolishly. I would tell you an additional opportunity that they give you. They overcommit. They're deceived for some time.
I would say they stumble and they overcommit.
Okay. Excellent. So you have +1 forward to any rolls relevant to this as you act against them. As far as overcommitting, wow, yeah, that I did not expect that, but that's a good test. I did good, huh?
You did. I mean,
Yeah. Wow.
you overreacted a little. You're clearly outnumbered, but you did the right thing.
You know, I didn't even know that more muscle was coming today, but you know, that's the type of thing. I'm not good at keeping track of these things. They say you got to track with the notes. They got notes and everything. I hate reading notes.
You know, I get
It's
it.
the worst.
Yeah.
I didn't think you needed the extra muscle, but it's better that you got more than you need less, right?
Yeah. Well, anyway, I mean, you probably heard the combo's working great.
Oh.
In response to this, Jingmin will unnock her arrow and loosen the strain on her bowstring.
That's good. I'm glad. Do you know how much time we got before they show up to do this deal?
It's supposed to be real quick because it's it's already sundown. He kind of looks towards the edge of the tent where the opening is again. So are you for here for receiving, or are you down there for the transfer?
Oh. Well, where do you? I mean,
Because
clearly you need
I
help.
just guard the gear. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if
Yeah.
that's what they assigned you to, but these things are great. And he opens the crate back up, and he just lifts up a headset, a strange helmet device. Jingman, you recognize this instantly. I think the others do too. As what you saw the remains of for loose pieces of tech in the city hall.
I think it was just Jingmin and Fumi.
Jingmin and Fumi went through and saw it for sure, but everyone was there for the attack as well.
True. Yeah.
Where you saw Red Lotus agents descend and try to brainwash top officials.
Forgot about that plot point.
So did I.
It's all coming together, y'all.
It's all coming together.
You know, we're kind of here to facilitate the whole thing.
Yeah, okay. I'm supposed to be deceived for some time, so that makes sense to me. And he sits down and
That sounds great to me. Yeah.
and he keeps smoking his pipe.
We all need a Zoom now. I don't know how to do that.
I'll show everyone after the stream.
That's exciting. Thank you, Jinkies. I would love to learn how to zoom on myself for dramatic effect.
Oh god!
I feel left out. There you go.
I got this one.
Oh my god! All right, we're not comparing Zooms here, guys. All right.
Your
You don't
Zoom
even
is
feel left
valid,
out.
Diva.
Sammy, you notice as you made your move over to this crate that there is a gap near you, a spacious hatchway.
It's my nickname in college. Sorry.
Spacious hatchway. Incredible.
Man, we're just on a roll tonight.
It's been so long.
I think I don't know what Sammy would do here. I'll go in.
Okay. As so, are you leaving the crate alone for the time being?
I'll leave the crate where it is. 'Cause, yeah.
Okay. Very cool. Did you close the area above the crate?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure. All right. Yeah, I mean, it's like you're walking through this tunnel where you have to open up the earth in front of you seamlessly, right? And close earth behind you, unless you just leave the tunnel open for now. And all of a sudden it opens up to open air, and there's just a long steel ladder that runs down into the earth. And above you, you see a hatch door.
Down or up? That's the question.
While you're considering which direction to go, real quick question for Steve. From her vantage point, would Jingmin have seen one of the crates sink into the ground?
Absolutely.
Okay, yeah. Jingmin, as she sees that, she just goes, "Yeah."
Yeah, I think Sammy goes up. I like pop my head up over the like out of the hatch.
Awesome. Lynn, Fumi, and Amuk and Jingmin all see a hatch open. Hay that was covering it is all of a sudden set aside. Dust kicks up into the air. And Sammy is there at the top of the ladder. Sad that they got kids on these things nowadays, huh? Street urchins.
Yeah,
I
it's
know.
rough out here, you know?
Anyway, that's the way down if that's what you're doing first.
Yeah, we gotta get down there, you guys.
Yeah, thanks for the assist. Appreciate it.
Sure
Stay
thing. Don't
diligent.
try these on, okay? And he puts the gear back inside the crate.
Definitely won't. We know they work too good.
Yeah. You should have seen what they did to that last guy.
What guy?
The bald guy. Anyway. Enjoy.
Jingmin will drop right behind the firebender and pat him on the back and go, "You did good, bud."
Oh gosh.
And then join the group.
What is that's so unnecessary. I'm doing a good job here keeping guard. I only welcome the right people, and you gotta goodness. All right.
I just start walking to the underground thing.
Oh, the power of a strong roll on trick. As you descend, you are struck by how far beneath the earth this tunnel is. And eventually, this already significant space around you opens up even further into a vast darkness. You hear trickles of water, but you also hear faintly distant sounds of cars. Revved engines put to their max. You are in a series of underground tunnels.
Literal underground drag racing happening right now.
Indeed.
You know, may the best drag queen win.
That's what I was gonna say. When you say underground drag race, I feel like I think of a very different thing than what you were talking about, Gus. And I'm, if anything, more excited.
Who knows? ¿Por qué no los dos? You know?
It's a bunch
What
of
if-
drag queens drag racing. Like, come on. Obviously,
Yeah.
that's what it is. Aspic in a car.
Oh,
I don't know.
goodness.
I lost it.
Clown car. So I should
Jack of all
note
trades.
it's completely dark in this section of the tunnels.
What do I see?
Good question,
Uh,
Sammy. Yeah. Yeah, you sense well enough, Sammy, that there is activity in one particular direction. You would only have two directions to choose from at this point in the middle of this particular tunnel. But shuffling, moving of heavy objects makes its way to you through the earth.
We need to go this way.
What way?
This way.
Okay.
Is there any way you can explain to me in words where you're pointing?
Yeah, I'm pointing there.
All right.
Jingmin will walk into a wall right next to her.
No, I think why don't we all hold hands?
Oh,
Okay.
And I will lead them towards the way to go.
I don't think you need to roll for that, Sammy. And it's also very precious.
Jingmin
Yeah,
makes
you-
sure that she's in between Amuk and Lin, holding both of their hands. She doesn't want to hold Sammy's hands. She just met the boy.
For a second, I thought that was sweet, but it's just sort of preferential.
it's still a little sweet. It's just not as
It
sweet.
is. Yes. Yeah. It's on brand. Yeah. Sammy, you lead them by the hand. And a few moments further into the tunnel, there's a left that you take. And lights come into view. They're dim. They hang from the ceilings. It seems like whatever electrical is set up for these tunnels, it's really run down. Some of the lights are flashing, flickering, hanging on the edge of functionality. And you see a group of people standing. It's hard to tell in this lighting anything specific about them. But if folks want to try, let me know.
Hi, we're here for the deal.
Oh no!
Lynn, hand over Sammy's mouth immediately. No.
Oh man.
I'm even more terrified because for some reason when you said a group of people, I just pictured that scene in I Am Legend when he's chasing after Sam.
They're like
Sam,
breathing in
Sammy.
the yeah.
And they're just standing in a circle breathing. That's what I'm picturing for some reason. And it's so terrifying.
Horrifying. That is not what you see, thankfully, under this flickering light. Oh, this is such a fun opportunity.
How's Lynn's reaction time to Sammy being
Oh, the words got out.
friendly? Oh no. No.
Quick, Fumi, airbend the words away.
Warp the sound waves with your mind.
I think I should see if there's a role here. Can you just clarify if there's any particular ideal state or intention for this, Sammy, for speaking up to these strangers?
Yeah. We were sent down here to be extra muscle for this deal. They need to know that we're here to do our jobs.
Okay, so it's just plain and simple. Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if there was any other angle, and I wanted to make sure I checked that. They can't see you. You're in the dark. They're in the light. They're adjusted to light. One of these figures stands up and walks towards you. And all of a sudden, her hand is lit with flame to illuminate the area around her. She surveys your faces. You're the extra muscle?
Yeah. Do we not look strong enough?
How does someone with this much money not get better mercs? And she just shakes her head. Do you have special instructions or are you under me?
We're under you.
Well, hang on. We got to confirm. What was your name?
Good idea.
What is her name, Johnny? Let's see.
Oh no.
Let's go with my lovely list of names that I haven't used in a while. Ooh.
Loser.
I'm called Rami.
Rami.
That sounds right to me.
Well,
Yep.
I wasn't given any names, so I won't ask you for yours. Woji does whatever he does. Frickin' weirdo.
Yeah. And that's the nice way of saying it.
Steve, is there anything within this group of people blanketed by this light in the section of the tunnels that we're in, that would be, is there anything that like they're holding or wearing, maybe a hat on the head, that would be very impressive if Jingmin were to shoot at it?
Is there anything? What?
Jingmin,
Do any of them have an apple on their head that Jingmin can shoot?
yeah, exactly. Does anyone have an apple on their head, or maybe someone's wearing a fez?
I don't think we see fezzes a ton.
Well, if someone's wearing a hat, are any of them wearing a hat?
Just say no.
I'll say that Rami has a top knot.
Rami's too close, and that's rude.
It would be. Everyone
All right.
else is not wearing anything notable on their heads, Jingmin.
Jingmin will say, if any of you had an apple on your head, you wouldn't doubt our capabilities as much as you did just now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if you're under me, stand over there. That's probably the best vantage point if things go badly. She just points opposite the wall.
Just stand
Okay.
over where she tells us.
Yep. Followed Amuk.
They should have been here by now. Anyway. And just after you hear that, you hear the sound of tires rolling over crushed stone, echoing, the volume swelling. All of a sudden, headlights. 3 cars pull up, and out of them step a bunch of figures. Their faces obscured in shadow. One figure in particular steps forward. Simple suit, white and black, and a top hat.
Don't.
Don't do it, Jingmin.
Lynn puts a hand in front of Jingman.
didn't even think
Like silently signal. So,
Sorry we're late. He takes off the hat. So, merchandise. Let's have a look. Yes, sure thing, says Rami. Has a crate opened already and gestures to have him walk over towards it. I'd like someone to sample it for me. One of your people. Make sure it does what you say it does. Not too much to ask, right? Even across the way in the tunnel, you can tell that Rami's expression shifts to one of nervousness or uncertainty. And feel free to interrupt at any time.
Do we recognize the buyer by any chance?
This person is unfamiliar to you all.
Yes, that's a win. It's not Lynn's dad.
Maybe it's mine.
Oh, yikes. Rami nervously says, well, you heard him. Someone step up. I don't want to order you to do it. I don't even know what this stuff does.
I'll do it.
No.
No.
100% serious, Johnny?
No, I'll do it. You leave him out of this.
Hey, I've done stuff.
All of a
Don't
sudden,
admit that right now.
a bunch of the folks from these vehicles turn towards you, where you sit in the darkness in your previously undisclosed location, and raise their hands, ready to bend. The man in the suit raises a hand as well. Well, yeah,
And that's on details.
that's okay. Details, It was a covert position. If things go sideways, you're extra muscle, but they weren't supposed to know about you. It's okay. It wasn't totally made clear to poor Sammy. He raises a hand to hold them off and says, more company. You were worried things would go badly. I get it. I take precautions too. But we have a brave volunteer. Come forward into the light.
Lynn steps forward because we're not letting a 7-year-old do drugs.
Not
I like
on
think
this.
Sammy started to step forward and I'm like, no.
No,
Lynn,
it's only
I'm-
like
I
shift
might be
him
8.
back. You might be. Yeah.
Not entirely
I mean,
sure.
That makes it worse,
8-year-old.
dare I say.
Yeah,
8?
8-year-olds
Absolutely
just
not
vapes.
drugs. 7-year-old, maybe. Maybe.
Put some cabbage
When it comes
kush.
to uncertainty about age, you always round down.
Oh, okay. I might be 6.
Lynn, I would love to zoom in on you as you step forward into the light. It's been a while since we had a description of you in detail. So feel free to take this in any direction you want, but what do we see as we look at you?
Well, let's let the fox mask on, so we take that off. Because you can't do drugs with a mask on. It's
Can't.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
So Lynn takes off the fox mask and looks at everyone. This is like the first time in a minute Lynn's looked confident about something because she feels like she's doing a good thing here, not letting
Oh,
a
wow.
7-year-old do drugs. And she steps up for once, less dirty than socially acceptable, which I feel like is a good first impression to make here. What about to snort whatever this is? And she kind of shrugs her shoulders and crosses her arms. How can I help?
Wow. I'm so impressed and I'm so glad I asked. Well, you seem brave. What do you think this does? And he picks up a brick of it.
It makes you real suggestible.
And you'd be willing to try it?
Yeah. Get people to keep me safe.
Xingmin's gonna shuffle her way towards Amuk and sort of tug at his shirt and be like, so what's the plan here? We're not gonna let her take drugs, right?
Mook's like, I don't really have a play here. but
I have an arrow, John.
hold on to that.
Alright.
I think we'll be okay. If it's what I think, it should be fine. Fumi was under this for a little bit. It shouldn't be an issue. I
Okay.
just gotta let Lynn do this.
The guy in the suit eyes you for a moment, Lynn, seeing your composure. And then he puts the brick down. You have extra muscle on the side. You have them show themselves. Not the move I would have made if I was worried. And you're willing to take this stuff. And you know what it does. Plus, I don't really mess with kids. And he pats you on the shoulder, Lynn.
It's probably smart for a lot of reasons.
Suddenly, he rips open the brick and he tries some himself.
Oh,
Just a tiny amount. Just a little fingerful.
Tell him to kill them all.
question. How is it? Is it like a pixie stick? Like, does he like lick it? Does he snort it? Like, this is just me being curious.
I mean, he rips open the top of the brick. Some of it spills out because it's pretty well packed. And then he just grabs like a fingerful and puts it on his tongue instead of inhaling
Oh,
it.
okay.
Yep. Oh, wow. Yep. This is real. Give our thanks to Woshi. He puts his hat back on. And then, with a signal of his hand, all of the folks by the cars attack. Flurry of fire, earth, water comes across the tunnel at Woshi Ikeru's personnel. And we will end for this week.
Twas going so well.
Twas until twasn't.
About to beat my record for the fastest character death.
Oh, no.
I swear if that happens again.
Well.
Steve.
Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We like doing, what is this called? Actual plays.
Because we're actually playing.
We are, believe it or not.
We love the story we're telling. We love you all. I love you all. Don't be too mad at me. But do let me know your thoughts so that I can prep for next week. If you're listening or watching, thanks for hanging out with us. We're about to do a raid. We'd love your help with that. But otherwise, this has been Relics of the New Republic from Dustfire Media.
Check us out on
Bye.
TikTok and Twitch and Instagram and all the places.
All the places.
All the
All
places.
of the places.
Every of the place.
Every place.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, wait, guys, we have to raid.
Yes, we
It's a
do.
raid. That was
Justin, can
for
you send the screen
that was
again?
for the pod. This
Yeah, clean
is
cut for the pod.
yes.
Oh. Justin, you may have to. Oh wait, I have our Twitch open. Duh.
I
Everyone
love that the
hold.
stream is still saying this. It's so good.
Hold for raid. Hold for raid.
Everyone hold for
The
raid.
Hold. Hold.
There she is.
And there's the message. Good night, everyone.
Bye.
Also,
Yes,
say
we are
hi to
doing that.
Harleen. That's my friend. Say hi to Harleen.
Oh, fun.
I wait patiently for the button to hit.